painting I'll show on the wall will be a painting by, you guessed it, Caravaggio himself. Painted in 1606, this painting is known as Madonna and Palafrenieri. The painting shows a young Christ with his mother, the Virgin Mary, crushing the head of a serpent, while Mary's mother, Saint Anne, looks on. The painting is based on an ambiguous passage in the biblical book of Genesis that doesn't specify whether it's Eve or the new Eve, which would be Mary, that's supposed to be crushing the head of the serpent. And even at the time when he painted it, there was some dispute between the Protestant and the Catholic wings of Roman Christianhood, with the Catholics claiming it was Mary. And it is this interpretation of the story that Caravaggio painted, although thanks to his evocative characterization, specifically the way he showed the baby Jesus in full frontal nudity, and the apparently indecent way he is said to have exposed Mary's cleavage, the authorities thought of the painting as vulgar and therefore removed it from its altar after only hanging there for 2 days. Caravaggio's painting was inspired by that of the Milanese artist Ambrogio Figino, whose painting shows a very similar arrangement of the characters, even though his are presented in a more decorous fashion, with Christ's genitals and Mary's breasts being fully covered. And by looking at these two side by side, you can see what exactly Caravaggio brought to the table when he painted his version of this story. And aside from the perceived indecency of these main characters, the church also didn't like the way he painted their patron saint, Saint Anne, as an old wrinkled woman with no hint of holiness or youth in her. To make it worse, Caravaggio also casted Lena, a known prostitute, as Mary, the mother of Christ. Not to mention he himself had a checkered reputation as a criminal at the time. And so for anyone or for any combination of these reasons, the painting was unsurprisingly rejected. And so as an almost literal translation of painting an indecently naked figure in the middle of a religious painting, I've made Roberto Ferri's nude painting the centerpiece for my Last Supper. With the paintings done, I'll now move on to their frames, and this will be painted in the same way as I did the pilasters and